The evolution of AI, a journey from like a simple beginnings to today's smart machines. All right, let's take a trip back in time. Imagine this. It's the mid like a 20th century. People are fascinated with the idea of creating machines that could think and learn like humans. But back then, computers were just giant, like bulky machines that filled in entire rooms and could only solve basic math problems. No one even dreamed they could one day become intelligent. Uh, the birth of AI, the 1950s and 60s. The story really kicks off in the 1950s. In 1956, a group of scientists, mathematicians, and engineers gathered at Dartmouth College. They were led by John McCarthy, a brilliant mind who actually coined the term artificial intelligence. At that time, the dream was like pretty bold. They believed that with the right algorithms, computers could be made to mimic human thinking. But here's the catch. They underestimated just how complex our brains really are. One of the early breakthroughs was a program called the Logic Theories, created by Alan Newell and Herbert A. Simon, or Simon, I guess. It could prove mathematical theorems, which was quite a big deal back then. It showed that computers could do more than just calculate. They could think in a structured way. The rise of learning machines, the 70s and 80s. As the years went on, scientists realized something crucial. Hard coding every possible answer into a computer just wasn't going to cut it. Instead, they needed machines that could learn on their own. This idea gave a birth to something we now call machine learning. It's a method where computers don't just follow instructions, but they actually learn patterns from data. One cool example from this era was a program called ELIZA, which was designed to simulate a conversation with a human. It wasn't very sophisticated by today's standards, but it was the first glimpse into what we call later chatbots. But here's the thing. Progress wasn't always smooth, but by the 70s and 80s, AI hit what's known as the AI winter. Funding dried up and people were frustrated because computers just were not getting as smart as everyone hoped. It seemed like AI was just pipe dream, but it wasn't the end. It was more like, the calm before the storm. The boom of AI, the 1990s to early 2000s. Fast forward to the 1990s and AI was starting to wake up again. The big moment, 1997, when IBM's Deep Blue chess computer defeated world champion Garry Kasparov. It was a shock to everyone. Suddenly, people were paying attention again. They realized computers could handle incredibly complex tasks, not just number crunching. In the early 2000s, companies like Google started using AI to improve their search engines. This was the era where AI moved from academic research into real world. It still wasn't what you would call intelligent as in a human sense. It was more like really smart data processing. The age of big data and deep learning, 2010, in other words, 2010. Then we hit the jackpot, the era of big data and deep learning. In the 2010s, computers got way more powerful, and the internet gave them access to endless data. Suddenly, AI system could be trained on billions of examples, learning from patterns that no human could ever see. Think about Siri, Alexa, or even Netflix recommendations. These systems learn from your behavior to predict what you might want next. And let's not forget the game changer AlphaGo, which beat the world champion in the ancient game of Go in 2016. That victory was huge because Go is way more complex than chess. With countless, possible moves, AlphaGo's success was thanks to deep learning and neural networks. Basically teaching a computer to learn like a brain. AI today, the 2020s and beyond. Now we in the 2020s, and AI is a part of everyday life. It's in your pocket, in your car, and even your home. We got AI helping doctors diagnose diseases, chatbots answering customer service questions, and self-driving cars navigating busy streets. And of course, AI systems like, the one you're listening to now, but I'm not AI. Okay. But here's an interesting thought. Today's AI is still pretty far from being truly intelligent like a human. Most AI systems are great at specific tasks like recognizing faces, predicting the weather, or playing games, but they're not quite there when it comes to understanding the world like you and I do. And that's why scientists are working on what they call artificial intelligence, AGI. Artificial general intelligence, AGI, machines that can think, reason, and learn on their own, not just follow a program. It's a bit like trying to create a digital brain. So what's next for AI? So where we're headed? The sky's the limit. AI is making leaps in areas like creative arts, helping write scripts, compose music, or even design buildings. Imagine a world where AI doesn't just assist us, but collaborates with us like a digital partner in creativity. Some people even wonder, will AI ever become self-aware? Could it one day develop emotions? We're not there yet. But it's a fascinating question to think about. And of course, there are challenges as AI gets more, powerful. We have to think about things like privacy, ethics, and even like a job security. And how do we balance like the benefits with the risks? It's a big debate that just getting started. Wrapping up, the AI journey continues. To wrap this up, the evolution of AI is like a roller coaster ride full of ups, downs, surprises, and incredible breakthroughs. We come a long way from those early machines that could only add numbers. And while we're still, figuring out the full potential of AI, one thing's for sure, the journey is far from over. So whether AI becomes our like a best friend or just a helpful tool, one thing's certain, like we're living in a world where the line, between science fiction and reality is getting blurred by the day. And isn't that just mind-blowing? So, hope you enjoyed this little trip through the history of AI. Thanks for listening. And stay curious, subscribe this channel, like this video.